Welcome to Toffee TV. This is the instant match reaction. Southampton 4, Everton 1. 11 goals conceded in 3 games, and that pretty much tells you everything about where Everton are right now. For me, Everton will get relegated this season that if this isn't addressed urgently. And that means bringing in somebody who can deal with it. Let's cut all this bullshit and bollocks. Forget about all your Hollywood managers and all the rest of it. We need someone in appropriate now. It's beyond the joke. And I'm actually starting to fear that actually that may not be good enough, just simply because how bad we are defensively. I don't know if we've got the players. It's first of all, what I would say today is, I think David Unsworth needs to step aside because he isn't getting the job. He is not getting the job. I think he needs to stand up as an Evertonian. And some people might laugh at this, and some people may agree. But I think he has to do what's right for the club. And forcing the hand of the board is the main thing now. Okay, I'm not saying... Well, actually, I'm saying just fucking leave them in the lurch. But, you know, he can't necessarily do that. But he's got to... I think he's got to, you know, make it very clear that they need to make a decision, because this is pathetic. Now, the club is so rudderless, it's unbelievable. For a club that has an owner, a chairman, majority shareholder, a chairman, a director of football, we are so rudderless. It's unbelievable how rudderless we are. You see it with the communication, and that's the first thing for me is the communication. You've got Mashiri talking to Jim White. You've got Ken Wright talking to Joyce and all this. Nothing comes out the club. The fans get treated like dickheads because they treat us like kids all the time. Ooh, they can't handle any bad news, or they can't handle the truth, or it's a joke. The club, you know, I just can't believe how quickly it's fallen apart from the expectations and that we were given, and the I don't know, it's just fallen apart so quickly. And I don't know whether that's because Mashiri hasn't got a clue about football, or because he's left all the football club to the usual suspects, or because I don't know. They just, for me, Everton Football Club is just, it's like it's someone else's job. Well, that's Mashiri leaves it to Bill leaves it to Elston leaves it to Walsh. I don't know. Nobody talks. No one talks to fans. No one tells us. We haven't got a clue what anyone does. And we're in a situation now because of maybe the summer with terrible recruitment in terms of not buying the players we actually needed. Don't get me wrong, we sat here in the summer, we were made up with every signing, but then the signings we actually needed never came. Centre backs, look at how can you go into a season with Phil Jagielka and Ashley Williams as one of your centre backs? You know, it's you know, they had a centre back today that we could have bought. No. How can you go into the season without a covering left back? How can you go into the season without a centre forward? Or certainly come out of August without a centre forward? It's baffling. Because that's our biggest problem. You've seen it today. We start and we've got no striker. So therefore, Southampton can play 15, 20 yards up the pitch. They don't have to worry about us scoring. They don't have to worry about that. Imagine playing a football match where all you have to worry about is scoring a goal, not defending, just scoring. Imagine how boss football would be if it was just that. And that's the difference. That is the difference between this season and last season. Last season, everyone feared us because we had Lukaku. So they wouldn't push on in a lot of games, especially at home, and that's why we were so good at home. So they wouldn't push on because they had to fear Lukaku. We don't have that fear because we simply don't have a striker that occupies centre backs in any way. People can moan at Calvert-Lewin all he wants. He's just a kid. He is a kid. You know, he shouldn't be in the first team. He should be coming off the bench. You know, that's why we've been relying on Niasse so much. That's why we look like a slightly better team with Niasse, because he forces centre-backs to do things they don't want to do. It's just beyond a joke now. And I think we're going down because the team just look so inept of ideas. I tell you what, the other thing about it is, right, Sneijderlin and Morales just fucked them off. Just fucked the pair of them off. They're not interested. They moan and they go on social media. My head, I was distracted or blah, blah, blah. When they get on a pitch, they don't do a fucking tap. They don't do anything. People go, what does Garner do? What does Garner do? He does fucking Sneijderlin's job as well as his own. That's why he's fucking running around like a tit. That's why he can't do his own job, because he's got to do someone else's job. It's a fucking joke. The defending, oh my God, the defending is absolutely just basic defending. It's so bad. The first goal, Kenny gets a smack up the pitch. He's holding his face, and no one thinks to get back. Lennon tries to get back, but can't get back fast enough. Then Baines is left one-on-one with Tadic, and it's a no contest in terms of pace. Watch the, was it the last goal? No, the third goal, sorry. Williams is outside the box with Austin. Austin legs him. He's got fucking shoestrings for ligaments in his knee. He legs him and then does a little move and leaves him. And you've got a player in between Michael Keane, Ashley Williams, and you've got Jagielka out at right back, hobbling to fucking stop the cross. The worst thing about today was we conceded the same goal twice. That should never happen in a football match. Learn from your mistakes, for fuck's sake. If people don't realise, we are an absolute fucking shit street. It's a good job the Premier League is so fucking bad, right? That we are not in the bottom three. And the mad thing is, with a win today, we could have gone in the top half. But let's forget about that kind of thing, because a win today is like fucking it's like fucking thinking unicorns are fucking real, winning an away game. It's fucking it's the furthest thing away from what's going to happen, because we're so shit. The first half, they totally bossed us. I mean, fantastic goal from Sigurdsson, but that's the only time he's in his real position. Why the fuck is he out on the left-hand side? Why? He's a fucking number 10. He is a number 10. He sits in the pocket. He's a number 10. And he's getting shoved out left. And it's a fucking joke. Absolute joke. It's just absolute mind-boggling. It's just simple things. Absolute simple things. And you don't see them rectified from one game to the next. But the biggest problem for me is the players don't give a shit. They just don't. You just look at them, and I'm not saying all of them do, but you just look at them and think, you don't, either don't care or don't understand where we are. Everyone's like, oh, it'll be alright. I just don't, I'm lost with it all, because we just don't seem to be. The biggest problem for me is, you look at someone like Palace. They've started picking up points. They're getting better. They've got a manager in who's going to make them a little bit tighter. West Ham, our next home game. Well, we'll see. We'll see Wednesday. But they were much improved from their first game under Moyes to their second game under Moyes. Other teams will improve. West Brom made a decision. Okay, it's the same decision we made, and they'll make a decision. Pardew's probably going to take over. everyone else around us, it's like, I don't know whether because they've been there before, but the light bulb goes on quicker. Something has to happen. We're just like that gif of the dog in the house when it's on fire. That's what's basically happened. Oh, this is alright, this is alright, this is alright. Yeah, wait till we get to fucking February and we've got like 25 points or something. And then suddenly goes, ooh, we might be in the shit here. It's an absolute disgrace what is going on. Because it's so many things. It's not just about what we did in the summer or what Koeman did. This is like the next phase. Why haven't we got this sorted? It's a month and some people are like, it's fine. They're taking the time. Got to pick the right man. It's been a month. Sean Dyche is there. Doing quite all right at Burnley. And we might have missed the window now of opportunity. Because if I was a manager in those teams, I'd be thinking, nah, I'm all right here, actually. I might reevaluate things in the summer. See where they end up. You know, it's baffling. It's over a month since we sacked Koeman. And apart from, you know, going after Silva for like the last couple of weeks or week and a half or whatever, and a few little, maybe did he or didn't he with Sam Allardyce? Nothing has happened. Nothing. Because no one can make a decision. Because whose decision is it? Mashiri, do me a favour. Buy the fucking club and stop fucking about. Or just, I don't know, just make a decision that you're not going to make any decisions. And get people in at the top of the club to make decisions. Proper business people to make decisions. Because at the moment, we're nowhere, when no one's making decisions, or you're taking a fucking month to make decisions. It's a joke. Because it will affect everything. It's all right saying, oh, we've got the land for the ground. Great. I can't wait to see it in the fucking Championship, because that's where we're heading. And we're heading there with a shitload of new players on big contracts. See how far that gets us. We are tumbling, and nobody seems to understand how fucking desperate the situation is. The fans, I mean, most of the fans understand, but I don't know if anyone at the club understands. There's a big fire and they're trying to put it out with petrol. It's not working. Make a clear decision. Unsworth is not your man. You know he's not your man, so bring someone in. If it's Allardyce, right, just give him a 2-year deal. Tell him he's going to be here for 2 years. If he keeps us up, then fucking bin him. He won't be asked. He can have as many pints of wine with the money you're going to be paying him. Think about not being in the Premier League, though. Think about what comes with that. Because those questions, those things have got to be faced now. Because if we're not in the Premier League, think about all what happens after that. Even if you come back after a year, it takes fucking years to get anywhere back near to where you were. It has to be sorted, because there's 2 huge games this week at home against teams that you look at and think, well, they're, West Ham are near below us. Huddersfield are beatable. But not if you're shipping 2 goals a game, at the very least. And they're games that make and break your season. Because you've got to be beating the teams around you if you want to get out the shit. It's alright, people going, oh, we'll be fine. A couple of wins will be in the top half. It doesn't work like that if you can't win games and you can't defend. I'd have been very happy with like a 0-0 today, but I I don't see it. There's no aggression on the pitch for a start. Let's get back to the actual game. There's no aggression. Their players, you look at them, they wanted it today. They wanted it. Ours are all just strolling around. Second to every ball. No aggression. No leading from the front. Nothing. No passion. No one screaming. The only people I can see screaming is Jordan Pickford. John Joe Kenny, he was a kid. It's fucking mad. There's nothing. Even Unsworth from the side, he just stands there. Unsy, show a bit of passion, lad. I know you're devastated by the situation, but somebody, Duncan, get on your feet and fucking start screaming at them. You'll see them all, you're sitting on the bench. You're all supposed to be Evertonians. I don't see from any of you. The gobshites who are on the pitch, they're not Evertonians. They're just paid to be out there. Let's see some passion that becomes infectious. Because if it doesn't soon, we're gone. And I mean that. We are finished. We are like Villa. We mightn't be in the bottom three right now, but this time next week, we could easily be going into fixes like Liverpool and Chelsea over Christmas and Man United and the likes of West Brom away and Bournemouth, which will not, well, they will not be, because they won't be easy. They're fucking away. Something has to happen, and it has to happen now, because if it doesn't, Everton Football Club is finished. Absolutely finished. You can forget about your big stadiums. We might go to Kingstock, but we'll be playing in fucking Ivy Lane, fucking 17,500 stadium or something. We won't be sitting in fucking Dan Mice's all dancing and all singing fucking ground. You can forget about that. We'll be finished. We will not come back because we will take too much baggage with us and it will finish us. So get this fucking sorted now before it can't be repaired. It needs to be done now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the rant, but it had to be done. I'll see you later.